We know that in case of an emergency, you can call 911, but what about someone who's experiencing a mental health crisis? Well, now in Ohio, there's a number you can call for help, 988. Here to tell us more is Leanne Cornyn, Director of the Ohio Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services. Director Cornyn, thanks for being with us today. I guess first off, what is 988?
988 is Ohio's new crisis and suicide lifeline. It was created in July of 2022 to ensure that all Ohioans, regardless of where they live, have access to crisis services when they're having an emotional crisis. We want to make sure that all Ohioans have access to the kind of care that they need, where they need it.
And when should someone call 988 and what can they expect?
An emotional crisis is going to vary from person to person. When that individual needs help and support may look different between two people. But we want folks to know that it's okay to not be okay. And if you need help, please reach out to 988. When you make that phone call, it can be 24/7. You're going to reach a warm, compassionate, well-trained individual counselor on the other line, and they're going to just talk to you, help you understand what's going on in your life, and try to provide some supports to make sure that you can get off that phone and feel good about life.
So let's talk about the differences here when someone would call 988 versus 911.
Well, when an individual calls 911, they're going to reach a dispatcher, and that dispatcher is really going to try to make sure that they're deploying, whether it's law enforcement or the fire department or an ambulance. If it's a healthcare emergency, they're sending someone out to your home. 988 is really designed to respond to mental health crises. And the goal is to hopefully not have to dispatch anyone at all. Now, if somebody could be a harm to themselves or to others, they may have to send 911. But the goal is really to just talk to that person and help them address whatever it is that they're going through.
We'll talk about some of your goals with this statewide awareness campaign.
We want all Ohioans to know that this is a resource. Like I said, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to need help. We want Ohioans to know that help is out there. It's available. So we hope that people who are contemplating suicide or just having a tough time with life, they can reach out to 988 for help.
How does establishing the 988 Lifeline aim to address the nation's increasing suicide and mental health related crisis care needs?
So we know after the pandemic that more Ohioans are, one, aware of their mental health and are in need of supports and services. So we have created 19 call centers all across Ohio. That's more than any other state, because we want to make sure the person that you are connected with is somebody that knows your community, that might be your next door neighbor, so that they're really able to connect Ohioans to the services and supports that they need close to home. We have about 400 incredibly well-trained staff that staff these call centers, and we fielded last year almost 160,000 calls, texts, or chats. So we know that Ohioans are in need of this service.
The 988 Suicide Crisis Lifeline of Ohio. Call, text, or chat for free, confidential mental health support anytime.